check out our new sponsor, the Health Blaze. All the information is in the description. Use the promo code above. Goodfellow One Boxing at 18% off of all their natural products, from deodorant, pomade, toothpaste, and much, much more. And they have additional discounts on their website as well. That's thehealthblaze.com. Starting December 20th. That promo code is good for 18% off. We go. All right, Manny Pacquiao has a new excuse. CNN Philippines reported it. I put that video in the description. Shout out to Showbiz, the daughter. I caught this video on that as well. They call it a sprained foot, but on the text they say it's a sprained ankle. Whatever they want to classify it is another classic Manny Pacquiao excuse. But let's chop it up. Goodfellow Sports TV. Make sure you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, or video request. And Manny Pacquiao has been an excuse maker his whole career, from losing to Eric Morales, coming up with excuses, to Timothy Bradley coming up with excuses, and whatever else fight it was, the Mayweather fight, the Jeff Meeso Horny fight. It's been excuse after excuse for Manny Pacquiao, and he getting excuses that other fighters don't get. You know what I'm saying? It's a handful of fighters that no matter what they say, no matter what they do, or how sketchy it looks, what they got going on, they always gonna get the benefit of the doubt. Modern day, you see that with Anthony Joshua. Still you see it with Manny Pacquiao. See it with Canelo Alvarez. So some fighters that just get that G pass, no matter if they shoot needles up their ass, or you think they juicing, or they say they got an excuse, or they get the benefit of the close decision, or they lose and they say, "Oh, I had a shoulder injury. Oh, my foot hurt." At the end of the day, they gonna cloud it. They gonna find a way to try to take this away from Keith Thurman, even though nobody really care if they do or don't take it away from Keith Thurman. More people desire for Manny Pacquiao to win this fight than Keith Thurman in America. It's just not the Manny Pacquiao cult. A lot of people just dishonor Keith Thurman because Keith Thurman, they feel, ran from Errol Spence. But I'm gonna say this for Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman went away from 2 years, and Errol Spence didn't have any growth. The only person in the division that really had actual growth was the guy that was outside the division, and that was Terrence Crawford. He came in and won a belt. That's the only difference in the division. You know what I'm saying? And he figured that, I did so much work in the division, by the time I come back, Errol Spence would probably be neck and neck or just a little bit past me. He come back and ain't nothing moved. Errol Spence only had 2 fights since before Keith Thurman came back in January. Terrence Crawford really ain't had that mega step up fight. So in his case, he still got the best resume outside of Manny Pacquiao at 147 pounds. And he looking like, damn, why these dudes ain't fought? They waited for me to drop the belt for Sean Porter and Danny Garcia to fight, and neither one of them still fought and unified with Errol Spence. So pretty much he still got the best resume in the division, like it or not. He may not be the best fighter after his last performance with Josito Lopez, but, in my opinion, he give Bud his toughest fight. I think Bud give Errol Spence his toughest fight. You know what I'm saying? And I think Errol Spence give Thurman his toughest fight. And people won't understand what I'm saying. You can't use the triangle theory. Styles make fights. And I say it again. I think Thurman gives Bud is the toughest fight stylistically for Bud. I think Earl gives Keith Thurman his toughest fight. But Manny Pacquiao, people thinking if Manny Pacquiao win, this gonna mean we gonna get a unification bout between Errol Spence, and that's not necessarily what it means. Manny Pacquiao still gonna try to trace Floyd Mayweather or chase another clown fight, get the bag, and get out of there. That's just what it is. He not going to go from fighting Keith Thurman to Earl Spence. No, he too old for that shit. That's 3 fights in a year. Tune up with Bronner's, how they looked at him. He looked awful in that fight. And that's why I say I believe my own. I don't believe what Andre Ward said. I don't believe what a sparring partner say. I don't believe what a coach say. I could take that shit for a grain of salt, what they saying, man. Because they not always being honest. They don't sit here. A lot of these dudes don't sit here and take the time that at least I take to break down these fighters, from time to time, and really see the little wrinkles and the little errors in their game. I try to break it down where, I sound as educated as possible. Does that mean I'm guaranteed to be right? No, because you got a 10, 12 to 8 week training camp, that you don't know what can be going on. Baby mama could be draining you. I mean, you could be out of shape. You could have side chick problems. You could have, family issues. You don't really know where the fighter's at mentally and how good a camp you having. You can't always have your greatest camp every time you go out, no matter if you secluded or you still in your hometown. It just don't work that way. You got a lot of things going on. Just as if you was at work and you was in your everyday life, how every day ain't the best day. But for Manny Pacquiao, the excuses gonna pour in. Oh, Pacquiao had a mild sprained foot, or whatever they want to call it, mild sprain, ankle sprain. Keith Thurman got lucky. And this why you be trying to root for Manny Pacquiao, but he conduct himself as a little bitch. He always doing some hoe ass shit. And watch after the fight, lateral movement, I couldn't move and get on my toes. Keith Thurman, I hope Keith Thurman stretched this motherfucker. I be trying to root for motherfuckers, but they be pulling some business shit going on, man. And his strength and conditioning coach, Justin Fortuna, what his name is, say, this is going to affect Manny Pacquiao's lateral movement with just less than 2 months to go for the fight. Man, go ahead and just postpone that whole thing, man. If you injured, I ain't trying to hear nothing. And then, these niggas still ain't taking no drug tests. Okay, at the end of the day, just put some of that Pac-Man juice on there. Call Alex Ariza, get one of them super shakes, drink it, and then, dangle your ankle in the ocean in the sea salt, just like it healed your shoulder. It should heal your ankle. You'll be good. You know what I'm saying? It's a shame, but Keith Thurman is showing that he do got some dog. He told Manny Pacquiao, take whatever the fuck you want to take. I'm still knocking you out, and I love that. And I'm kind of finding myself rooting for Keith Thurman again, because here they come with that bullshit. Like it or not, man, I don't like a lot of the way these fighters move. All right, but I'm always against the good. I'm always with the good against the bad. And Pacquiao, he got this reputation as a good dude, but is he an excuse making, sketchy motherfucker? He didn't have no drug testing when he fought in Malaysia versus Batiste. They only tested for 4 weeks out. They had the terms changed from USADA to VADA. They only tested for 4 weeks out. Only when Broner complained about the drug testing, for the Broner fight, and he still looked like shit in that fight. And now all of a sudden they not doing no testing for the Thurman fight, and he got a rematch clause. And Keith Thurman, he did an article a while ago I meant to get to, saying, how am I the B-side? You the B-side because you gave the challenger a rematch clause. You the B-side because you usually take random drug tests, and ain't no random drug test for this fight. This nigga in the Philippines doing God knows what. And I don't want to hear from Keith Thurman either. You won't hear that excuse from me. I keep it 100. Same thing I said about J-Rock yesterday, man. Don't you sit here and take a fight and then the champion, whoever it is, don't agree to a drug test. Don't take the fight then. Say, I'm not taking the fight because you're not drug testing. I pass up and I'll catch another titleist on the backside. Once you sign on the dotted line and you say he can take whatever you want to take, if Pacquiao come in there juiced up or doing whatever, allegedly juiced up or doing whatever the fuck he want to do, Keith Thurman can't say nothing because he should have had it put in the contract. He gave up all his leverage to get a Manny Pacquiao fight. And here come Pacquiao with the built-in excuses already. I hope Keith Thurman stretched this nigga, man. I just can't go for an excuse-making dude that don't do that's sketchy in the drug testing, man. And I was arguing with somebody the other day, and this is a whole bunch of Earl Spence dick-sucking, bro. Like, real talk. All I said was, hey, man, Earl Spence, they said I didn't like Shakur Stevenson because, I can't rock him because he ain't in the VADA 365 program. They announced that he wasn't in it. Then I was like, well, Earl Spence not in. Well, Earl Spence took VADA with Mikey, but he not in the 365 program. They probably took drug testing for 8 weeks. It's not the entire 10 or 12 weeks they should be taking it for. And that's the actual fact. All right? Go to BoxRec. Well, BoxRec only tell you that. No, BoxRec tells you they're involved if they enrolled in random VADA. See, man, a lot of these channels is misconstruing these dudes, man. A lot of these channels are not teaching. If you're not going to teach about the X's and O's and the finer points of boxing, jab, closing the distance, check hooks, counter pulls, whatever the situation may be, if you're not going to teach, at least teach the finer tuning points, how to use BoxRec. At least teach the finer tuning points about the business side of boxing. And a lot of these YouTubers out here are responsible for the miseducation of plenty of fans out here, man. They misleading and miseducating fans in the sport of boxing, even on the business side, because they fake preachers, they fake pastors, they fake boxing analysts, because they don't have nothing else to gravitate towards on YouTube. They can't talk about nothing else but boxing. You know what I'm saying? And it's miseducation out here, man. And it shows a lot of these ignorant niggas out here trying to act like they know boxing but don't know it, man. But hey, Goodfellas Sports TV. Don't forget to check out our sponsor, the HealthBlaze.com. Promo code Goodfella1Box get you 18% off the 100% all natural products. Check them out, plenty of them. Don't forget we Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out on the email if you have business questions, inquiry, sponsorship. Want to make a donation? That link's in the description. Check out the Patreon. Best way to help the channel out. Share the videos. Let me know what you guys think. One time for the one time we go.